final preparations before takeoff. Rare footage of a U.S. Navy aircrew flying a mission over the South China Sea last week.
We got one antenna tower right there, you see that?
This aircraft bristles with high-power scopes to conduct surveillance.
We're serving as those eyes and ears, patrolling ahead of the force, and closely monitoring our adversaries.
The adversary here is China, and it's not long before a Chinese voice calls out over the radio and tells the U.S. plane to leave.
I'm a United States military aircraft conducting lawful military operations in international airspace.
I witnessed similar challenges 2 years ago on a different U.S. Navy flight over this increasingly tense region. At least 7 different governments have competing claims to parts of the South China Sea. But Beijing claims virtually all of this sea for itself. To cement its claim, China embarked on a massive island-building project, constructing runways and radar stations on what had been reefs and atolls. Last month, the Trump administration declared Beijing's position illegal.
When we rejected China's unlawful claims in the South China Sea once and for all.
The Defense Department says it has stepped up deploying warships and planes on what it calls freedom of navigation operations through the sea, prompting Beijing's top diplomat to accuse the U.S. military of trying to destabilize the region.
In the first half of this year alone, the U.S. sent military aircraft there more than 2,000 times.
But it's not just the U.S. that's challenging China's territorial claims here.
China Coast Guard, Indonesian Coast Guard calling.
Late last year, Indonesian ships faced off against Chinese vessels.
You are in Indonesian waters, sir. Please move away and go back to your territory, sir.
Indonesia deployed fighter jets to an island that it controls.
If any possible conflict that affecting to our territory or regional stability, yeah, we will protect our interests, national interests.
Meanwhile, other countries like Malaysia, Vietnam, and the Philippines growing increasingly assertive against Beijing's maritime claims. The Philippines building up one of its own islands, while the commander of the Philippines Navy warns about alleged Chinese provocations on the high seas.
The first one to fire the shot loses public support. And I'm sure they want us to take the first shot, but we will not.
With so many navies operating in such close quarters, there's growing risk of a first shot that could trigger a wider conflict.